Hey.
Hey.
Hi. Oh, he waves. Hello. Hi there.
It's kind of hot. Sorry, I probably can't say that.
Hello, guys, and welcome. My name is Stephanie Quirk,
I'm Maddie Stelk.
and this is the Quirk and Maddie show. We don't really know what it's going to be called right now, but we basically are both from Chicago area. We moved to Milwaukee, and we want to make a show essentially about a lifestyle show of what to do in Milwaukee, where to go, how to make friends. Basically the guidebook that we wish we had when we moved here.
Yeah, because I feel like with Milwaukee, it's such an underrated city, and there really is no, I mean, you can look at, like on the web, you can search for things, but you're never really finding, like, it's never the questions that, people our age really want to know.
Exactly.
Like, where's the best places to live? Where can I go out?
Where to shop.
Exactly. Where to grocery shop. I'm like, I was clueless. I had no idea what to do.
I know. Yes. Well, and it's a learning process, and we're still learning. So we hope you guys can learn with us. Speaking of Milwaukee, how did you end up here, Maddie? I know how she ended up here, but
I was gonna say, man,
we're just meeting each other for the first time.
It's so
here.
funny too, because when I was, interviewing here, and I remember I ran into you, you were like about to be on set or something, and I just like knew right away. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this girl. Like, we're gonna get along well, and now here we are. Our bosses thought the same. Let's throw the two personality hires in a studio and let them talk.
Let them professional yappers.
They might regret this, but I hope they don't.
No, I think the personality hires, you see it on TikTok, you see it on Instagram. We are the personality hires, and that's what this is all about.
And not to undermine our credentials, because we are very qualified to do our job.
Speaking of it, tell them all about your job.
So I am actually behind the scenes. I'm the 10 o'clock producer for our 10 p.m. newscast. So my job is all behind the camera. I'm basically writing the show. I'm picking the stories, writing the graphics. So if you see any spelling errors, it's not me. I actually don't. I'm very good about making sure I don't have any spelling errors. Yeah. So that's pretty much my role, is just putting everything together, before and then during. I'm back in our control room. I have a headset on. I'm able to talk to all of our anchors and talent. I'm able to talk to the crew. People out in the field. Sometimes I'm talking to Quirk.
I get it in my headphones. Hey, Quirk.
Oh, it is such a treat. It is such a treat when Quirk is live and I get to, be like, hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
And I'm a reporter. So, yes, in the field, obviously you don't hear what we see or you don't see what we see. But I'm hearing producers' cues from Maddie, 2 minutes until you're hit, that kind of thing. But as a reporter, I'm in the field. I'm in the studio, as you mentioned. The first time we met, I was running on to set so late. Yeah, I was like, I just got my package and I'm sprinting on. She's like, hey, I'm Maddie. And I'm like, hey.
Oh, yeah. And then I like looked you up and DM'd you. You're probably like, who is this girl?
No, I knew. And then here we are. Right.
Here we are. So, honestly, time flies.
Well, Milwaukee, too. Like, what drew you to Milwaukee?
Well, my sister, I have a sister. She's in her 30s. She has 3 kids. So I have 3 beautiful nieces. I like to think I'm the fun aunt.
You totally are.
I try to be. They live in Franklin, so super close. My brother-in-law is from Franklin, went to Franklin High School.
Why did I not know that?
I feel like people forget I even have a sister.
Yeah.
Like, some of my closest friends are like, you have a sister? I'm like, yeah, I have a sister.
Because I know you have your brother.
Yeah, I have a brother. He's a year older. He's in Chicago. Living it up, big finance bro in Chicago. I have a sister, and they have the cutest little house in Franklin. I love going there all the time. So yeah, I mean, to answer your question, that's kind of what drew me in. I knew I went to Syracuse, which is in upstate New York, majored in broadcast journalism, minored in Spanish. I knew I wanted to be a producer somewhere. Yeah. And I was just kind of, that's the beautiful thing about this job, is you can kind of work wherever you want.
Oh, totally.
You can like pin something on a map and be like, hey, I kind of want to like live here. And you can like look for jobs in the area. Cause I feel like in local news, there's always a demand for, more people to work. For sure. It's kind of hard to convince somebody to move like across the country or,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and, you know, not know anybody, move to a new town. And so I think there's always going to be a demand for that. I mean, I think it's an amazing job. I
Yeah.
hope more people can see that. But yeah, I was thinking about where I wanted to go after I graduated. I just graduated last May, which is crazy.
I know.
I'm like,
You're
a year ago.
23.
Yeah.
I'm 26. So
We are like
we're
the babies
of the
yeah,
newsroom.
we're the
Yes.
youngest ones. Yeah, everybody makes jokes about
Our
how young we
ages.
are sometimes. But yeah, so I was like looking at where I wanted to go and because you graduate and in news, it usually works where it's like the turnarounds are very fast.
Yeah.
So I did not know where I was going to be when I
No.
graduated. I saw an opening here. I started applying for jobs. I knew I wanted to come back to the Midwest because I love
The Midwest nice. There's
something- yeah.
nothing like it.
New York's like very fun. But you know, I wanted to go back to the roots. That was important to me, and family's important to me. And Milwaukee just kind of seemed like the right choice. I wanted to go somewhere new because I think it's so important to, if you're able to, you know, live somewhere else in your 20s. And so I, you know, applied and here we are. And now I live here. I didn't know anybody going into it besides my sister, but it's so great because I can drive to see her whenever.
Yeah.
I'm the free babysitter for the 3
They
girls.
probably love that.
They do. It's fun because I think being so far away from in New York for school for so long, I wasn't able to like be that close with them, and now I see them like almost every weekend, which is great.
That's so nice.
So it's a lot of fun.
But with that being said too, because similar kind of thing here too, where moving to Milwaukee, of course, like I have family here too. My mom is from Wauwatosa, my dad's from Oconomowoc, and I have cousins and things here. But at the same time, getting into the job and moving here, we're like, how do you make friends? How do you do any of that?
That's the biggest thing too, is like nobody tells you how hard it is to make friends post grad.
Yeah.
It is tough because you can't be like, it's not normal for you to just like go up to somebody on the street and be like,
do you want to be my friend?
Hey, like, let's be friends.
Well, and especially
if you can,
too,
that's amazing. I wish I could.
Yeah.
I could not.
Well, and with our work schedule too, like our schedules are very all over the place in news, and so it's like hard to find time to do that. Hence why we're making this podcast to help people like you guys who are watching, you know, get their foot in the door and make friends. Because I remember my second week here, I was like, I don't know how to do this.
No, literally, it can be, and
it's
I was
hard.
like, my first strategy was like, I'm just gonna go on a Hinge date every single day, and that's what I did. It went horribly. Nobody do that, please. That was like probably the most traumatizing experience of my life.
My sister met her husband on Hinge, so there
are some Hinge success stories,
but there's also failures, as we've talked about. Yeah. No.
I'm a Hinge survivor. I barely made it out alive. But yeah, so do not do that.
You said there's no guidebook for how to make friends, how to navigate post-graduation life, just how to move to a city with no idea, know where to turn and know where to start. So we're hoping that this is a guidebook for you guys that we wish we had when we first moved here.
Exactly.
And with that being said, we're going to pivot to our hot topic of the week.
Yes. So this is how it's going to work. Every single week, we are going to introduce a hot topic of things that we think you guys want to hear about. You know, just things going on in Milwaukee, like we were saying, how to make friends, lifestyle.
Bougie versus budget shopping. Things like that.
And we have had a very weird weather week.
Yes.
And I think it's just making everybody want to look forward to summer. Like, I put me on a rooftop, give me a glass of Pinot. I want the wind blowing in my hair. I want to see the sunset. And I want Milwaukee summer. Everyone's like, Milwaukee summer is the best thing ever. I haven't even had a full Milwaukee summer yet. I'm ready.
And this week's hot topic is
your Milwaukee summer bucket list. So
good.
that was really good.
Okay, that was
so
good.
We'll have to clip that.
We'll have to clip it.
We will. So mental note for us.
There we go.
Clip that.
Okay.
Let me log in. I have the most like long.
Do you want to give?
Password.
I can give mine.
Yeah, so we wrote down
Mine are so boring.
Mine are pretty basic too, but you know what? Basic is something people can relate
Yeah.
to sometimes. And we're going to ask you, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We're going to ask you guys and you'll hopefully have better answers as well.
Exactly.
So yeah, we both wrote down 3 things. We didn't tell each other what they are.
Yours
you want me to go first?
Yeah, yours are more exciting.
I don't think okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I mean, if you say
Pressure's
so.
on.
Let me say so. Okay. So my number 1, that mic. Oh, that mic. I'm gonna have to get used. I have never done this before. This is actually my first time on camera since college. So
How do you feel?
oh my god, a little nervy.
No, but are you more comfortable? Are you getting more comfortable?
No, honestly, yeah.
The more
I like a little I feel like a little podcast different because when you're in the studio, I would be horrified because you got like a floor, you got like this big and it's huge.
Yeah.
It's like you don't understand like how big the studio is and how alone you can feel out there.
Well, and like the robotic cameras.
Oh,
the cameras are robots.
Yeah.
I remember the first time in this studio because my last market, it was like a much smaller studio.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
no,
it was probably like this when I was fronting.
It's
so
crazy.
Tense.
It's crazy.
But I still don't know what to do with my hands. I think that's just like a problem.
Oh, anchor
if you
hands.
think about
anchor
it,
hands.
I know, or like this.
Anchor hands.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go. Okay. My number 1, get on a boat.
Okay, that's a good one.
I don't care how I do it. I will be on a boat this summer.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be on Lake Michigan or if it's going to be on the river.
Does it have to be a boat, like a boat, or a boat?
That's the thing.
Or like,
is ideally
canoeing.
it's somebody who owns one.
Okay, so like a boat with a motor.
So I need yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's specify a boat with a motor. Ideally, yeah, it's somebody who owns one.
Or okay.
So that I can just like
There must
it's just
be
a
like
free for all.
rental. I think.
Well, that's the thing is if I
could
can't
look into
find
that.
somebody who owns one, then I will go on one of those rentals. I also those tiki boats look so fun.
Yeah.
Like I was at Blue Bat. I remember it was when I first moved
Blue
here,
Bat.
and there was something going on where like literally every 5 seconds someone was driving by on a boat, and we're just sitting there at dinner, and I'm just looking at them, and I'm like, I want to be them right now.
Every time I see somebody, that's very true. Like,
Yep.
It's hard. I don't think I've ever
And then I'm
seen
like,
somebody.
where
not
are you
smiling.
finding these people with boats? Where are you guys? Please come to me.
You got to put like a Craigslist ad.
That's
up
what I'm
or something.
saying.
Like,
I'm
hey,
like, maybe that's my next like Hinge strategy is just like,
If you
do
have
you
a
have a boat? I'm not even
or do
interested
you know
in
somebody
dating. Like,
with a boat.
I will go on that boat and have
We will
a
have
great
fun.
time.
And I will be a really good addition.
I'll be a
to
good boat
the guests of the boat
member. What would you call that? A passenger. Duh.
Or sailor. I don't know.
No, a passenger. Yeah.
Passenger.
Right?
I guess a boat passenger. Yeah, that makes sense.
I will be the best passenger ever. Not
On
only
boat.
that, I will increase your fun percentage by
You'll bring the vibes.
So I'm getting on one of those.
That's a good one.
That's okay. Step 1, try to find someone with a boat.
Okay.
If that fails, which I'm gonna manifest doesn't, then maybe rent one. I don't think it's that expensive
I think there's
for a few hours. I just need like a few hours of a good
boat
time.
rental in Milwaukee.
But yeah, I need like
Oh, you can. Yeah.
I need a boat. I need like
There's
some
a ton
country
of
music.
rentals.
I need some good like country music
Summer
and
vibes. Oh
a
my gosh.
seltzer.
There's a ton of rental boat MKE.
We're gonna come back and give you guys
that's
how
we're
thing,
gonna find our summer bucket list.
We're gonna make it easy for you. If you
Yeah.
want to be on a boat too, we're gonna tell you where to go.
Exactly. And what's the
Yeah.
cheapest options and that kind of thing.
Yes, because that's what the people want to know, and also what's a scam, what's not, because you can easily get wrapped into one of those. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I want to. I want to go on a tiki boat. Number
Tiki
one,
boat, tiki
and
boat.
I want
That's
to
a-
go on a private boat. And
Okay, I'm adding
So
that
if you're
to
out
my
there-
bucket list.
and you got a boat.
Hit us up.
Oh yeah, both of us. Honestly, both of us on a boat might be like
Reach
a
out
hazard.
to the assignment desk.
No,
Just kidding.
please.
Go to fox6now.com.
Fox 6 now. Yeah. I have a news tip for Fox 6.
I have a boat.
I have a boat. Perfect.
All right.
So that's my number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, I want to go to a farmer's market. Oh, is that what?
That was one of mine.
I want to go. There's so many good ones.
This is there's one Oak Creek Farmers Market this Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Drexeltown Square. So you can go this weekend, Saturday, if you want to.
Oh wait, yeah.
In Oak Creek, there's one, and then there's those like I have like a whole list of
Oh yeah, I
farmer's
know the
market we could
Tosa one's really good too.
We should
I've
go to
heard.
one.
Oh, the Bayview one. It's like
Yes.
right on the water.
Yep.
It's supposed to be like the best.
And I think they have one in they also have one in I'm blanking on the name, but it's where Jazz in the Park is. Cathedral Square. They have one.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if it's Sundays. I'll look
yeah,
that up
yeah.
after.
So
That's a good one. That's on mine too.
Yeah, and I want to
Quinn.
not only go there, I want to like act like I know what I'm doing and buy fresh
flowers.
produce and full flowers.
Walk
yeah,
around with the
walk with the
flowers.
in the little like
some
brown
produce.
paper
Yes.
and
like you
like
just
Pinterest.
You're in, like this is not your first
I want to
rodeo
be on
at
yeah and
farmer's
just
market.
and yeah
Yeah,
and I'll
that's mine too. That's one. Look at us.
sorry my hands are cold from my coffee. This was also made with love. I already love them. My other goal is that they know my order by the end of next week.
Oh, is it? That's on your
yeah.
summer bucket list?
Yeah, I think they already do know
See,
me.
hers were so much better.
Well,
than
no,
mine.
no, that wasn't on my list, but that's
Oh.
just another one. Okay. I have one, or do you want to? Should we could alternate too? Like you could give another one. Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Well, I had farmers market.
Okay.
Go to Summerfest. I go to Summerfest all the time for work, but I want to allocate a day this year to go for fun. I mean,
One
I
with the
still have
people.
fun going. Like, it's so much fun. Are you kidding me? The fact that I get to go to Summerfest for work is like amazing, but I want to go and like see a show actually. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
But I think the Lumineers are playing.
Oh,
too.
they are, but it's 4th of July weekend.
Oh.
But I don't have any plans.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I have like family stuff, but I don't know. It depends on what day. Because I mean,
I think
my
it's the
family stuff
Saturday.
is- okay. Maybe see that's a bucket list goal. So maybe
Mental note, one thing that we should do is, and I guess that's hard. I guess we'd like have to look it up in the moment.
what?
Like the Lumineer, like oh, when are Lumineers playing? And like we don't, because we don't want to give false information.
Yeah, that's like my boat
the
rentals.
journalist in me. That's
When are they playing?
I'm pretty sure it's Saturday.
in Milwaukee.
Summerfest.
Yeah, you're right. It's Saturday,
Sat-
July 5th.
I did it. Oh, that
at
my hands are
you.
really clammy from my toe. I'm gonna put this back on the ground.
So that's
Oh,
yeah.
I keep getting.
And then you already heard my wait. Are you
I
tangled?
keep getting restricted. Here, I'm gonna need to come closer. Can
Hey.
I? So yeah, that's I like that a lot because I haven't even been to Summerfest,
You've never been
Nope.
to Summerfest?
but I am also excited to hopefully work it. Like
It's so fun.
I'm excited for see both sides.
And like lots of food. Lots of food.
oh yeah,
I always get the lemonade. I'm obsessed with
lemonade.
Yeah.
Is there alcohol in it? Not that matters.
You can probably get I honestly
We're of age.
well I don't know if they sell like actual I'm sure you
I'm
can
like,
buy
give
like
me-
a shooter though.
See,
and, like,
that's the
pour
thing,
it
though,
into
is
the
I'm like,
lemonade.
I should save money. But then I'm there and there's like the $20
you just gotta
alcoholic
go all
lemonade,
out.
and I'm like,
You have to
give
go
me,
all
and I
out.
act like I have all the money. I'm like, give me that. Like that's I need this.
that.
I'm like, I need this to breathe and survive.
At Summerfest, you have to though. Like you have.
Yeah, it's like
It's it's
it's like a rite of passage, if
Right.
you will.
Haha.
Ha ha. Nobody gets that. Nobody
It's
gets
an
why we said
inside
that.
joke.
It's one of our hot topics.
We have a couple of them.
That sounds like
couple.
so bad. Like, oh, it's a hot. I guess maybe if I say it like that, it sounds. It's.
See, I know. You should see my face.
Bill's gonna watch this and be like, "What are they doing?"
Dude, I don't know
Um,
what we're doing.
But yeah, it is, and I'm excited. So,
So
the
is that one
Lumineers
of yours?
is my what?
Is that one of your
Summerfest? No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Oh.
But that is a really good one. I heard you as you were typing.
I-
You were saying it out loud. You were going
Oh.
Summerfest, and I was like, "Oh, okay, Quirk. I heard that."
I do that a lot.
I know.
actually- I'm like reading, and people are like, when I'm working with somebody, they're like, "What?" And I'm
I also
talking to myself. I talk.
Quirk
to
and
myself a
I
lot.
like we work kind of by each other in the newsroom, and a lot of times because like she'll be in like peak shift, like crunch time, and that's when I'm just beginning. So I'll like always come up and bother her when she's like
she'll come
working,
up
and I'll like put put my hands on her shoulders and be like, "Hi,"
and I'm like,
and she's like, "Hi," and then you're like talking out loud, and I'm like,
"No, I know."
and
I
I'm like,
talk
"Am
to
I
myself
bothering
so
you?"
much.
And she's like, "No. I'm totally bothering her." She's like, "Get out of my face."
No, but my desk is like positioned in the newsroom where like everybody like
Yeah, you are in like the prime
so
spot
everyone's
for
like,
people
"Hey."
to, because it's right where if you're going to the
Which I
bathroom,
love, but
Yeah,
it's so
it's like
dangerous
it's a
for
little
me.
checkpoint for people.
I love it. I love it because I get to. It's like social hour, but then at the same time, I'm like,
Yeah, you're too nice to be like, I'm crunching time.
Yeah, but same.
You me?
Yeah.
Well, what's nice about me is my crunch time is like when everyone's gone.
Yeah.
It's like 9 p.m.'s go time.
Yeah.
I got it, or even like I'd say 8.
See, which is weird because when I work night side, I'm like, oh, well,
Yeah,
now I'm just
you're
kind of
chilling.
hanging.
Yeah.
Because my package.
And I mean, if I'm lucky, if it's a slower day, I mean, you still got to be monitoring,
depends.
but like I'll try to get done by 9.
Yeah.
And then I'll just be monitoring, you know,
Yeah.
if I need to update anything.
If there's
But
breaking
sometimes
news,
if there's
everybody's
break,
screwed.
oh, if there's break, and it
Then
always
it's
breaks.
not-
It always breaks at like 8:45, 9.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah. And
which
then
is that's the way the world works. But I'm just like, my goodness.
everything.
And then everything gets blown
explodes.
out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so summer. Gosh, we were like, 5 minutes and we're out of here. That's obviously
Okay, but
not
this
happening.
can be like the full episode. Like,
Yeah, and we
could
can
just
cut-
wrap it up here.
we can cut parts too. But
after
yeah,
you do your third and I do my third, and then
we'll
we're gonna ask you.
Okay, yeah. So, and my third, this is kind of niche. I don't know how I feel about this. I want to join, and I don't if schedule permitting, a co-ed volleyball group.
Ooh, I like
It's
that.
like a big thing now.
Wait,
it's very
they
up and
have
coming.
it on Bradford Beach. Don't
Yeah.
they have beach volleyball? That's like a ton of my friends
Yeah.
do that in Chicago.
I did go on a hinge date though with a big like volleyball guy, and I don't want to see him there. But
Yeah.
there's so many. There's
might
like
be
a
up
million
against him.
people. I might be up. Yeah, he could probably like spike it.
Are you
Cause,
good at
'cause
volleyball?
what?
Are you good at it? I'm horrible.
I haven't tried probably since 7th grade.
But you strike me as somebody who's like you could get an underhand serve over. Or could you
I
get an overhand
appreciate that.
serve? Because I have a story about that.
You go please. I'm more of like a
Underhand serve.
yeah.
But you can get it over.
I would say yeah.
See, I
Here
couldn't.
and there.
I couldn't.
Here and there.
When I was 7th grade, I did like volleyball at my middle school, and this is like a core memory, unfortunately.
Yeah, those happen.
I was on the B team, and I did it because everybody did it.
Okay,
and
B team.
I B team volleyball, and I was serving, which I was like, oh, and I was doing my underhand serve, and I never got it over. And then there was this one game I got my underhand serve over.
I'd
Not
be so
ju-
I'd be so hyped.
Not even just my team, but the other team, and the entire room goes
applauded. Oh my goodness.
The other team applauded for me because that's how bad I was. And that's when I'm like, I wasn't born for sports.
That's
I was
why we're
not.
journalists.
Yeah, and that's why I was never a sports person.
But
growing
like,
up. That's why I'm like, I can't. I always would be like, if I did one of those volleyball tournaments or whatever or teams.
yeah.
Like I would be the team mom. Like I would come
Like with
and I'd
snacks?
support you. You'd be like getting your underhand serve over, and I would bring the grapes
Okay, or I
and the
want like
watermelon.
orange slices.
Yeah, I could
I
do
remember
that.
I played rec soccer in elementary school because that's how far back I have to go to talk about sports.
No, same. I was like,
yeah.
7th grade volleyball.
Yeah, so when I played rec soccer, and you know how like halftime you got the snack,
Yeah, that's
and
the
it was
best
like
part.
a rotating parent would bring the snack.
Yeah.
Orange slices,
Those are so good.
hype to
Yeah.
get those orange. Oh,
Yeah.
give me an orange slice in 90-degree heat.
And maybe like a Capri
Give me 14 of
Sun,
them.
14
of them.
That's the best.
Oh, Capri Sun.
Like a juice box.
I would inhale
orange
Capri
slice.
Suns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want that
That's
now.
a good one.
And I feel
I'll
like
be your team
it's
mom.
such a thing now where it's running club,
Yeah.
volley, like all these different things. People just love like
It's a good way to make friends too.
yeah. And I am like a little co-ed group. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I'm not hitting them over the net, but I am bringing up the group morale.
Yeah.
So honestly, I might be selling myself a little short. I think if
bet
I
you
got
could be
out there,
good. Mhm.
and that's the thing is I would die for it.
Yeah.
I would die
You
for
would-
my team.
Yeah.
I would get sand all up in my mouth.
Are you
to-
competitive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So you want to win.
Well, if I'm playing like beer pong or something, I'm very competitive, but it's also hard to be competitive when you possess very little athletic skill. And
That's why I'm not.
and that's a issue for me is that I have that competitive drive. However, I just look like a frustrated little child. because it's like, I'm like,
No, because if
I
you
want
fake
it
it
to
till
be
you
good.
make it.
but it's more like I'm competitive for the team. Like I want
Yeah.
the team to do well.
I'm doing it for my team.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, because there will be like, I'll get once in a while, I'll be like really good at something for some reason, like beer pong. And I'll like,
I'm bad
hit
at
all, me too.
Yeah.
I'll hit all of them. I'll do like a bounce shot.
And then you're like this. You're like, I can do
and
anything.
yeah, I'm like, I can take on the world. And then
Like,
the next round,
mess with
I
me.
airball every single one. I also have zero hand-eye. I was diagnosed with like an eye cord. It's called conversion insufficiency. It's where I like. Why am I saying this? No one cares.
No. This is what we're just yapping.
Tim, do you care? Is this funny?
He does. Tim is very interested in her eye coordination.
But you know, like,
Is it like astigmatism?
it's like I have 20/20 vision.
2020.
But for some reason, is that a song?
I don't know. I made it up.
It sounds like a song, but I don't.
I might have just made it up.
20/20 vision.
2020.
Quirk and Maddie.
Yeah.
At the
2025.
podcast. Girls. Anyway, so it's very difficult.
At least you have an excuse.
I should be like in a commercial. Like it makes things very hard for me to play beer pong.
It's one of the hardest struggles that I deal with.
I'm very good at the iMessage version, though.
But at least you have like an excuse. Like I don't even have an excuse. What's my excuse? That I run like an ostrich? I
do
don't.
too. Well, I walk funny as well.
I run like an ostrich. I don't have any sort of like, I wasn't diagnosed with some sort of, eye stigmatism that made me bad at sports. I just am. Both my parents are athletic, and I'm like, what happened to me?
Yeah, so with my brother too.
What happened?
Yeah, it's okay. I feel like it builds character.
Yeah.
That's the fun. It builds so much character. Yeah. But it is like probably the worst feeling when you're playing beer pong and you lock in for like a good 10 seconds. You get the ball wet. Yeah. You like dunk it in the water and you act like
and you're
really
like
good
into it.
And you just absolutely like, I'll go like this and then I'll be like,
and then throw it. I can't even play
it's like
ping
behind
pong.
me somehow.
Yes, it's like, no.
It's like the Wii part where they like, that's me.
Wii tennis. I'm so good at. That's
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a tank at what Wii Sports one? Oh, I'm good at the bowling.
The bowling.
I'm good at the bowling, I would say. In real life, there's a chance the bowling ball goes into the next lane.
You need the bumpers.
The bumpers for sure.
Same.
Bumpers are a must. Dare I say maybe even that thing they have for kids where you roll it down.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I thrive on those. But yeah, so even though back to the point, even though I am not very we were talking about this too, because we were trying to figure out what we want this structure to be, and I was like, oh, it's so annoying when like there's so many podcasts where they just go off on tangents for so long, and I am such a hypocrite.
But it's hard to like.
It's so hard.
This is also a test. We're just we're testing it out. We're seeing what
maybe this is what the people want.
I guess.
I don't know. Your hair looks really good.
Thanks. Your hair looks really good.
Yeah.
I don't even have what's.
Oh, okay. And then so yeah, co-ed volleyball group. I think it'd be fun.
I don't know.
And it's like a very up and coming thing.
That is a really good one.
And a good way to make friends.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
Okay. Your turn. What's your last one? What's on there?
I said run a 5K, but I just said
in all caps.
Yeah, because that's
a good one.
No, but that's not gonna happen.
Why? That's not too bad.
Yeah, but I
ran a 10K once.
Just to say I did it.
Well, like, run is a generous word.
Well, yeah,
you don't have to run. You can run walk.
Yeah.
I ran a 10K.
You did.
Made it my whole personality for a good few months.
With the medal.
A medal. I posed in front of the 10K sign.
Did you have like that
like
it's like not
tinfoil
thingy? Yes.
No, that's only I think for the marathoners. But yeah, I ran a 10K at a solid pace of 13 minutes per mile.
That's amazing.
When the whole because there was like probably 60, 70 people.
Where was this?
This was when I was in Syracuse.
Okay.
It was
made it my whole personality.
Loop the lake. No, I truly made it my whole personality. And I came in second to last place, I believe.
Okay.
By the time I crossed, they were taking down the finish. No, I'm not kidding. They were taking down the finish line. Also, I was walking. I got to mile 4, I started walking. Probably the same pace I was running. I start walking and I am like out of breath. All of a sudden I round the corner, I see like the photographer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh crap. And then I like
I got this.
I muster a little jog and he's like, he knew.
I see you.
He knew. And like obviously he probably wants to
Anything
pack up
for
and
the
get out
moment.
of here. I hope he got overtime pay. And I was pacing with this probably 70-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Was in front of me the whole time. I just passed her at the end.
Proud.
But no, I could not do that. I could barely do that at 22, let
Yeah.
alone 70.
Yeah.
But no, to your point, I think it's cool to run. Like it felt so good. I'm not good at running.
I'm not
either.
good at running.
You should, and there's so
I
many
could walk a
5Ks.
5K. Yeah, there's one
There's no shortage of
pivoting.
5Ks.
There's one on Saturday. 5K beer run with Third Space
Beer?
Brewing.
Beer?
It's a beer run, so it's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Saturday, which is May 24th.
Do you drink beer?
So you run a 5K, and then at the end, when you're crossing the finish line, they will pour you a local beer with like a collector's pint
Oh.
glass that you get to keep.
That's kind of cool.
Right?
That's fun. I would definitely make that my personality for a few months.
I would did it with like it's a smile on the Instagram.
I think Tim's laughing back there. Is this funny, Tim? Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah! We got him. We asked you, what's on your Milwaukee summer bucket list? Roll the tape. Is that good?
That's beautiful.
Roll the tape.
Done.
It is noon on a Thursday, so we don't really know what to expect, but we're in the 3rd Ward, and we're gonna see if the vibes are right, and if they're gonna tell us what
Yeah.
they want on their bucket list.
The sun's coming out a little bit. I
Milwaukee.
have high hopes.
Who are we gonna target today?
Yeah, it's like who's our
Who
target?
are we gonna put a mic in their face?
Oh no.
No matter the time of day, you guys, you can always find people right here at the Tiki Bar.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Hi, guys. We have a question. We're going to stop you. Do you have any items on your summer bucket list that you want to do here in Milwaukee specifically?
Oh,
I know. It's hard when you're put on the spot. I'm like, hey, I know.
a Summerfest.
Yes, that's a good one.
Summerfest for sure.
Yes, a big one.
Summerfest is big. Hoping to go to Summerfest.
That's the big one.
Yes. Which weekends are you like most looking forward
I
to?
really want to see Riley Green.
Yeah, Milwaukee's a vibe in the summer. I think there's just going to be so much going on, from the festivals to the restaurants to the lakefront alone.
Yes.
So I guess our biggest thing was seeing one of the Great Lakes, so we've never seen one. We're from Washington State.
Oh wow!
Of course, Public Market has
Yes.
everything you can buy. Good wine, good cheese. Black Arts Fest.
Yes.
Yes.
And then Brady Street's a lot of fun in the summer. We have a lot of events like going down there.
And then for the rare days where there isn't much like going on and it's a Friday night, like you want something to do, it's the summer.
Yes.
What's your go-to? Like what first comes to mind that you would think to do?
I'll probably go get a drink at the St. K.
Oh, with the live music?
Live
yes.
music.
Yes.
I want to go sailing with her.
Sailing.
She sails.
Do you have a boat?
Yeah, my dad does.
Oh my, see, that's my summer bucket list goal is to find someone with a boat and go on their boat.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not saying I'll go on your boat, don't worry. But like, it's so fun. Everyone looks like they're having the best time like on a boat. I feel like it's the best thing to do for the summer here.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I used to sail Opties, but I was not.
That's where I started Opties.
Really?
Yep. That's how I lost my 2 front teeth, actually.
You're
Oh my
kidding.
God.
Did the boom hit me
Yeah,
so many
The
times?
boom swung around, the wind shifted, and it jibed and smacked me right in the face.
Oh my God, you lost your front teeth?
Yeah, well, half of each of my teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I just hit my head. I was so dramatic about it.
For this debrief, like, Summerfest was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's most excited about.
Because you get the food,
All
you get
that
the music,
momentum.
you get the
3
drinks,
weekends in a row.
and you're by the lake. Yeah. Like you just
It's
gotta
easy.
go.
They're not making you work too hard for
No.
plans this summer.
No, exactly.
Or I guess any summer, because it's every summer.
Yeah, exactly. Summer. Fest.
Summer. Love it.
All right.
Love it, love it.
Is this where we are?